Hello, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are all doing fine right now. How was your academic break? I hope that you enjoyed your 3 days academic break. And now I will welcome you back in our discussion or in our lesson for this day. The first lesson is about the types of speech acts. Okay, we have three learning objectives in this lesson. The first one is respond appropriately and effectively to a speech act. The second one is define what is speech act. And lastly, identify the various types of speech acts. And these learning objectives are the aims of our lesson for today, that after this lesson you will be able to respond appropriately and effectively to the types of speech act. You will define what speech act is, and you will be able to know the different types of speech acts. And okay, what is speech act? Speech act is an act that a speaker performs when making an utterance. Utterance is spoken word, doing speech or doing speaking, or it is a set of phrases that you are performing. Um, what I am doing right now is an example of utterance. I am discussing the lesson, I am delivering our lesson for you to learn. And addition to that, many view speech acts as the central units of communication with phonological, which is the study of dialects and languages and so on. Morphological is the study of sounds of the languages and so on. The syntactic, the morphological is the structure pala, the structure of the languages and so on. The syntactic, it is the um okay, wait. I forgot what is syntactic is. Okay, syntactic is the rules and principles in linguistic. And lastly, the semantic or the study of meaning. The words or the studies that I already mentioned, you don't need to jot down of those words because it is only an additional information. And we have, according to JL Austin, it has three types of speech act. Who is J.L. Austin? J.L. Austin is a philosopher, British philosopher specifically, and he has a big contribution in the field of philosophy. According to J.L. Austin, like what I've said earlier, speech act has three types, and it is cited by Balgos and Sipasio. And the three types of speech acts are illocutionary act, and perlocutionary act. What is locutionary act? Locutionary act is the actual act of uttering. Example, please do the dishes. The locutionary act on that is the literally please do the dishes. That is the locutionary act. What you are being said, the literally, the exact utterance, the exact phrases that you deliver, that is the locutionary act. While the illocutionary act, it is the social function of what is said, or in locutionary act, it is the meaning of the utterance. What is the meaning if of please do the dishes for you? It can be Miss JV commanded me um, to wash the dishes. Um, Mom JV reminded me or command requesting me to do the dishes or to wash the dishes. Okay, next one is perlocutionary act. Perlocutionary act is the result of the act of what is said. In perlocutionary act, it is the respond or reaction of the addressee based on the locutionary act that is being said by the speaker. Okay, I already said that please do the dishes. What is the effect of that to you? What is your reaction to that? What is your response to that? Probably you may act immediately or move immediately and do the dishes, or maybe you will complain to me. Um, you will said to me, Ma'am JB, I don't want to wash the dishes. I can't wash the dishes because I want to play online games, or so on. And the John Searle has the classification of speech acts. And this classification of speech acts is centered or specifically for illocutionary act only. Okay, this five classification of speech act is um, came up by John Searle. Okay, those five illocutionary act type are assertive, directive, commissive, expressive, and declaration. And the first one is assertive. In assertive, it is a type of illocutionary act in which the speaker expresses belief about the truth. Okay, some examples of that are examples of that are suggesting, boasting, and concluding. Example of that: President Duterte, Rodrigo Roa Duterte is the president of the Philippines. That is the truth, right? Next, all men are mortal. It is an example of the truth also. Okay, next one is directive. In directive, it is a type of illocutionary act in which the speaker tries to make the addressee perform an action. Some examples of that are asking, ordering, and requesting. An example of that: please close the door. Please turn on your camera in Google Meet when we do a synchronous class. Please, please on your camera. Please turn. Please un Please mute your microphone, and so on. And the third type of illocutionary act is commissive. In commissive, it is the type of illocutionary act where the speaker commits something to do it in the future. The speaker, or in this type of illocutionary act, it commits the speaker to doing something or to do something in the future. Example of that: you are promising, you are planning and betting. What example of promising? I promise to myself that next year I will go to school earlier. Does it does what does it mean? It means that you need to be early next year when we have face to face. You want to avoid of being late. Example Next example: I will do better. I promise to myself that I will do better next quarter. It means that you will pass all the activities, you study hard, you study better, and so on. And the fourth one is expressive. In expressive, it is a type of illocutionary act which the speaker expresses his or her feelings. It is about your feelings, the feelings of the speaker. Some examples of that are thanking, apologizing, and welcoming. Thank you for your kindness. I'm sorry for all the things that I have done to you. Um, Welcome to our group, and so on. An example of that also is expressing your love about watching anime. I love Haikyuu. It means that you are expressing that you are enjoying watching anime, watching Haikyuu, and so on. And lastly is declaration. It is a type of illocutionary act which brings a change in the external situation. And basically, declaration is a type of illocutionary act where the speaker, brings a big change to the world. Example of that, you can emphasize declaration by using the word I hereby. Okay. Example from President Duterte: I hereby declare a total lockdown in the entire Philippines. It means that it really gave us the big change. We can travel around, we can travel out of town. We can eat whenever we want to. We can go outside and do some outdoor activities and so on. Okay? I hope it is clear to you about the three types of speech act and the five classification of speech act by John Searle. I hope you learned something about this discussion and you will use that in the future. Thank you for listening and watching. God bless.